Alrighty. Let's see if we can get all set up tonight without Craig. Craig's busy at the moment, so Leslie's flying solo. Oh. And I'm hoping this is all gonna work. So you might be able to come help if need be, but hopefully everything is running smoothly. It's getting all set up across our multiple platforms for streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Mixer, and Twitch tonight. If all goes well. Oh, we'll get some comments coming through. Hey, Ashley, hello. And we have Larissa. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Greetings, my dear friends. Please let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me. Last week we had a little gremlin in our audio. Every time actually it was whenever I went over to the Gemini, I believe there was like a weird noise. So hopefully we don't have that tonight. Once I stick something in the machine, I'll run away. Snow says no static. Yay! No gremlins this time, says Ashley. For now. Yeah, almost perfect pronunciation. Yay! Marcy says hello from Northern Cali. Hello back at you, my lovely. Oh, there is an echo. Let me just close the doors and make sure that everything's okay. Hopefully not too bad. I have tidied my craft room, so it might be the fact that, you know, there's less boxes in here. All right. Oh, okay. Krobu says no echo here, so maybe stop and start again, Snow. I have some goodies to share with everybody today, which is all exciting. First of all, I wanted to mention that I have got the new Crackling Campfire Distress Ink and Distress Oxide. Amy came over today to pick up a Heffy Doodle order, and she managed to get these for me. Still haven't managed to get hold of a, what is it called? Speckled egg or something? Still haven't had that one, sadly. But I'm hopefully going to be playing with some of these. I think that would be really, really fun. And I also have some Catherine Pooler bits and bobs to share with you as well, which I'm really excited about. I think I'm going to probably start with them. So let me show you one at a time. First of all, this one is called Sweetest Season. I'm going to hold it at an angle, and I'll tell you why. Catherine had a problem where some of her stamp sets were actually illegally replicated, counterfeited, and the only place that she had shared her stamps was on a video. And because she had it flat like this, I guess they took a screenshot and replicated the stamp, which really sucks, dudes. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so if I'm holding it at an angle, that's why, but I'll try and run through what is in each of these stamp sets. So this is called Sweetest Season, and the text is just really adorable. And this one down here says, wishing you a holiday full of delight. And then it has lots of like little candy images, and these ones that are like layering, so you have the two different colors. Same with this guy where you can put the inside on your peppermint. I think that's really, really cool. So I'm hoping to play with this tonight, and we do have the dies to go along with it as well, which is fun. And then I also have this one. This is a big beastie, and it is called Caroling Sentiments. And what I really like about this is a big one. This is 6x8 in size. This tree, this fa la 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 la, is just awesome. I love the Joy to the World as well. The fact that it's kind of the shape of a Christmas bauble. I thought that was super fun. And then we have Dreaming of a White Christmas, which is in the shape of a little snowman. And then All I Want for Christmas, bless you, buddy. All I Want for Christmas Is You is in the shape of a gift. And then, bless you, blessings to you. And then we have the dies to go along with them as well, which gives even more possibilities. And then this is actually going to be perfect to create tags. Speaking of tags, there is a tag in here. There's also some of these like kind of like small border dies, so I'm going to use them for sure. These cute little mittens, and then some other elements, which is going to really help with some scene building, so that's exciting. Larissa says, really love crackling campfire. And Tally's here. Hey, Tally. So that is some Catherine Pooler stamps and dies. She also sent me their 2 new inks, which came last week, and I couldn't share them because they hadn't announced them yet. So I am super excited about this. Sadly, they don't have the cover on the front. I'm going to have to print it out though. But the colours are just phenomenal. So we have got Cranberry Fizz and then Deck the Halls. And these are the colours that they are. Cranberry Fizz is this one. It's a real rich red. It's actually a really beautiful red. This is probably my favorite red. There is a Rockin' Red in the Catherine Pooler collection, but I don't know, I think I like this one with a little bit more of a deeper cranberry color. I really like this. And then the Deck the Halls. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's a beautiful green, which is going to be perfect. And they also sent me, oops, North Pole sequins. So let me see if I can. So we have some greens, a couple of like oranges, a little blue stars and things. They're really pretty. Nice little selection going on here. So I think tonight I'm going to play with some of these bits and pieces, and I'm going to, I think, try and mix it up with some Heffy Doodle bits and pieces as well, which I think would be really fun. And if any of you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I think I'm going to start with the All I Want for Christmas Is You sentiment, which is in the shape of a gift. There we go. And I think I need to stamp it in one of my new colors. I think I'm going to go for the green, the Deck the Halls. I think would be really nice. So these stamps are quite solid, so they kind of, when they touch the paper, they go, they suck it up. Let me just see. You're going to love this stamped. I'm going to go on another time. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, my eye down here is a little. There we go. And how is everybody doing tonight? Larissa says she loves crackling campfire. Has anyone else had a chance to play with crackling campfire yet? I think it's going to look really autumnal and beautiful. All right. So I'm going to cut this out using my die cutting machine. Better go grab it. And the coordinating dies. Marcy says, I have it, but haven't had a chance to play with it yet. Snow says, Catherine was using your Heffy tape on her stream. I love how supportive you both are. I love Catherine. It's a beautiful friendship that started at Creativation a couple of years ago when we ended up being next to each other. Our booths were next to each other and we were setting up. And I'm not quite sure how it happened, but there ended up being some sort of like roly-poly forward flip. Not so much competition, but dance-off kind of thing. It was funny. Jasmine says she's working tomorrow. Jasmine, why are you working tomorrow? Is there a release or something? What's happening? Wow. I am shocked for you. Ashley says just picked it up yesterday, not opened it yet. Oh, it cuts so perfect. All I want for Christmas. This is not like me at all. I am not usually a Christmassy kind of gal. I don't, as you probably know, I don't actually create a lot of Christmas cards. So, but I do enjoy being inspired, and definitely with Catherine's inks. It's made me inspired. All right, so I'm going to create a panel for my card. And I'm trying to decide if I do red. Actually, I think I might go for white and then I'll ink it up. Let's get rid of my pattern paper, my paper. So we're going to die cut the panel using the stitched trio. Ooh, actually, why not? Why not go for the skinny one on this? And then maybe we can layer that on some colored cardstock. That would be fun. Okay, Gemini time, guys. Run away. Shove it in and run away. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, or Carl. Sometimes Carl's incognito. So I'm going to put this on a card. It's hard to see there. And I'm going to go for this on the middle section here. I think. And actually what I might do is use some of the new Winterberry cardstock that we have, because it is a really nice deep green. So I might actually use my scalloped frame for that one. So these green colors is actually kind of the reason why we introduced more colors to the cardstock range, because I was really frustrated that we didn't have any decent greens. We have a lovely gorgeous mint, but for kind of more wintry colors or whatever, I felt like we needed a nicer darker green. And then whenever you add a nicer darker green, of course you want a lighter green. Just one of those things. And then, as they say, there'll never be enough. I love this. All right, I think I'm going to cut this out again using some red cardstock, and then I'll raise it up or offset it slightly so that it kind of pops a little in the background. I think that would be fun. Let's try that. If I just offset it slightly, kind of makes it pop a little bit. Let's add that to here. I'm going to use some wet glue for this. And then for the actual base of the card, I think I'll use some red as well. So let me just cut that down. Three and a half, so that's 7 wide. Yells just received your DL envelopes. Are ready to do some slimline cards now. Yay! Oh, I think my card wasn't wide enough. But that's okay. We will add, I think I'm going to add some of the red to these panels. With a little ink blending. So we'll use the, I was going to turn it over so you could see the colour in this one there. The Cranberry Fizz is what we'll use for this one. So I know some of you have been asking, still no word on my house. We had another viewing today though, so that was good to have more people coming and looking at our house to buy. Ooh. Oh, it's super juicy. I'm actually going to swap, I think, over to a brush in just a second, just to get more of a kind of graduated color. Let me grab my brush. So we were told that the mortgage applications, the banks are taking 8 working days to review the paperwork. So today would have been the 8th working day since we last provided the extra documents that they needed. And yeah, there's nothing. So I'm hoping that means Monday morning we'll have something. But who knows? Who knows? Just took the excess off that. Yells says Christmas cards, Lesley. I know. I don't even really do Christmas cards, Yells, as you know. But these, I got some goodies from Catherine Pooler and I just couldn't help myself. So let's put a little spritzy on there of some water. Nice. Oops. All right. So this is going to go on my background. I think I grabbed a piece of A4 card instead of letter size. But that's fine. We'll make it work. And then I'm going to stick this down with some foam. Oopsies. So to start with, this stamp set that I'm using is called, what do they call it? Caroling Christmas or something like that? I'll check in just a second. Sarah Louise says that cranberry fizz is gorgeous. It really is. It's really pretty. Snow says, oh, hold on. Snow says, and I picked it up again in June. The only cards I've been making are Christmas cards, beside Led's her birthday card. I know! I got a Harry Potter birthday card. It's inside, and because we have to take everything away for viewings, and then after the viewings, I take it back out again. We're good. Perfect. Okay, so let's do this in here and this in here. And this is going to go here. And I am actually going to use, I'm going to kind of double up a little bit here. So this is 3mm tape, and I'm going to put maybe a 2mm tape on top, because I want it to be raised up ever so slightly from this. So maybe what I can do is use the excess here. And that'll pop it up a little bit. What size is my card? It is 8.5 by 7. No, 8.5 by 7 folded at 3.5. So 8.5 by 3.5. All right, so every part of me wants to make this straight, but then you can still see the little dashes, and this is not quite big enough. So in fact, I'm kind of tempted to put it on at a jaunty angle. Let's see. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. And I think we need some Heffy Doodle little penguins. So let me grab one and build a snowman. And we're going to add a snowman, not a snowman, a little, we'll add a little penguin to each of these apertures here. Will it fit nicely in a DL envelope? It will, yes. So the thing is that this is actually, it fits a DL envelope. It's a little snug this way. It does fit, and it will fit with dimension, but obviously with a flat card it'll fit fine. But if it's got the dimension, it'll be a little bit of a little encouragement might be needed, and then there'll be a little bit of like probably like almost an inch here, on a DL envelope, but it does fit. So let's do this guy, and maybe this guy. Let's see. And I think what I'll do is we'll stamp these little dudes, colour them in, and then in Catherine's set there's also stars and hearts, so we'll maybe use the stars and hearts to make it all kind of come together, like they're holding a star or a heart, for example. That's the plan. We'll see what happens anyway. Don't seem to have any magnets in this, Misty. Ta-da! Oops. Just going to wet my sponge a little bit there. Great. Snow says you can also use the smaller slimline rectangle. Yes, that's correct. So thanks, Snow, for mentioning that. So in the Stitch Slimline Trio, you get 3 sizes of the rectangles. And if you think that the largest one is too, if you don't like it being so snug, then you can use the next one down. I find it fine, and I use a lot of layers, but it really, I mean, you might not. So I always mention it. This was me testing today because Amy, when she came over to pick up her order, she actually brought with her the, what are they called? They're the tri-blends, but they're the brush nib. I'm not sure what they're actually called, but they're the brush nib of the tri-blends. And I was kind of testing them out to see the colors here. So this is the blends and the tones. Is that what it's called? The blends and the shades in the ones that I have. And then this is the brush one. So what I was finding is that it has the darkest of the darks here, and then the darkest of the lighter ones, and then something else. This one doesn't even look like that. So I was giving it a little test drive to see what it was like. So far, I think that you're not going to get as wide a range of colors, if that makes sense. There's like bigger gaps between the different colors. But from what I understand, it works out a little bit cheaper than the tri-blends. I don't know. I'll have to experiment some more. Yellowtail says, I usually use pre-cut cards with envelopes, so we'll be trial and error. Pamela says, have you found a new place to live? So we have found a place and we have put in an offer, but we're waiting for the mortgage to all go through and be approved and everything. And sadly, there's a lot of people moving at the moment. So there's a massive amount of people that are trying to move. So we get that really annoying, we've got your application and it's in a queue, but we actually have lots of people in a queue and we'll get to you whenever we get to you kind of situation, which is really annoying. So we shall see. I had a special delivery this week of a new product, and I had 26 massive boxes arrive. And yeah, so today for our viewing, we had to move them all outside, just in the garden or on the decking, so that it wasn't inside while we were, you know, tidying the house and everything. So let me just say that I really hope we move soon because we really don't have room here. We just don't. Crazy. All right. Let's see. Maybe we could make this guy red with white, or red with some, maybe a green stripe or something, just so that it gives him a little bit more pop against the background. Snow says the tri-blend brush markers aren't getting the greatest reviews. Oh, really? What's the consensus at the moment? Do you know? There we go. The normal tri-blends are getting better reviews. Ooh, interesting. And where's my R20? This whole day. I managed to get a little bit over the edge here, so I'm going to try and push that out with a 0 marker. Oops, that's not a 0 marker. So for those who can't see, where I have my stamp line here, and if I have, you know, I've colored this area and it's kind of bled in on this side of the line, what I do is I take my marker and I just kind of draw a line this way, kind of pushing along the paper. And what happens is that the ink kind of goes in that way, and it kind of is like shoveling snow, and it tends to push some of that color back. It's not always a foolproof method, but it's worth a shot. Snow says the colors differ rather a lot from the tri-blends with the same color. Yes, so this one and this one had the same color name. And in fact, on the camera, it doesn't look as bad, but this one is definitely more of a light, like skin tone, and this is definitely a light coral, even though it was called the same name. And yet these two were the same and they look the same. And this third one and the second one were the same and they look the same. And then this, what's that, 1, 2, 3, sixth one and this one were the same and they look the same. So those were fine, but these ones, those ones were not. Although in saying that, I really like this color, but it's not the color on the tin, I would say. But I seem to like the fact that the tri-blends has a bullet rather than a brush. All right, my little cutie patooties. I keep thinking about my you know, when we move house, and what I think I'm gonna have for like my new craft room, what I need. So exciting. So let's see, we could do a star for one. Maybe a star here. And he's not holding anything, but maybe he could have a heart. Or we do some dots behind him maybe. Let's see. Or there's a little tiny love heart, that might work. That might be cute. Let me get my little tiny acrylic block for this one. A little itty bitty one. And for this guy, we will go, I'm gonna go for that kind of an orangey color. Ooh, tiara. Tiara will work. And then there's a little heart. Got two hearts, and then I'll do some of these little tiny dots as well. It's almost like snow. Cute. It's very confusing, says Snow. I have 3 different markers with the same name and number, and they all have very different colors and blends. Yeah, you see, that's not good. I think you need consistency, especially when it comes to things like, you know, whenever you want to replace a color, you know what I mean? That it's when you want to replace a color, oh, that die's gonna catch. I might need to stamp this one again. Let's see. I had to move the die over because it was overhanging the plate. Oh, I made it work. Yay. Ta-da! So let's stick these little cutie patooties on here. Ashley says, those penguins are so cute. Thank you. So this little guy is up top. And then this one's down here with his little star. Like so. And I definitely think we need just to finish things off. There we go. The little enamel dot. What do you think? Ta-da! Carl's saying, do you use an ATG gun? I do indeed. I love my ATG gun actually. I think it's wonderful. I use it a lot. All right, let's see. What else we can do. So we've got card number 1 down. Woohoo! So let's see. I wanted to also use the Joy to the World sentiment, I think, from this same stamp set. And maybe create a shaker card, maybe. Let's see. I'm going to take one of my 5.5 by 4.25 panels. So I've got 2 pieces of card here. And I'm going to actually put them both in just now. And I'm going to put my Joy to the World kind of in the center, like this. And I think this time we'll go for Cranberry Fizz for the sentiment. Just look at that. The coverage of these inks are to die for, baby. Are to die for. So as a red tone, of course, it will change the color of your stamp, but that's not to worry. So that's me rubbing it with the sponge with just water. I have found that if you use like a stamp cleaner, can get more of that tone off. But I have not yet found that it will remove the color completely. However, as it doesn't damage your stamps, I don't really worry too much about it. What I will say about this ink pad, no, not ink pad, this ink pad, the color, when it stamps, it looks really dark and almost kind of browny. But just wait until it sinks into my card. Okay, so we have that one layer on there. I'm going to go ahead and remove the top layer here. And I'm going to stamp it again. I probably shouldn't have bothered cleaning that. And let's see. Let me think. I'm actually going to stamp this one in black. And this one is actually just for a guide, so I don't really need it to be a perfect stamping. I'm just going to use this as a guide. But I am considering cutting out the top section, so I'll double stamp that one. There we go. Carl says, I have samples for you that go over there. Oh, nice. Snow says she can't lift hers anymore. Oh, the ATG, it's big. Yeah, they're pretty heavy. I couldn't tell you how heavy. I'm sure at least 500-600 grams, if not more. Okay. So I now have got two panels, two little panelies here. And this is going to be the front of my card. And I'm going to use this as a guide to cut out an aperture using the die. However, I'm thinking I'm going to use a stencil on it before I go ahead and die cut that bad boy. So let's try the Joy to the World, not the Joy to the World, the, what's it called? Simply Radiant stencil. And this one actually has a little bit of pixie spray on it. So it has a bit of tackiness on the back. But I will also add some washi tape or something to it. Because with stencils, we do not want them to move around. At all. So what colors shall we go for? For this sort of radiant kind of feeling. We could actually go for some sort of maybe like a glimmer paste or something. That might be cool. Or maybe we bring in a little bit of that green and then come over it with the glimmer paste. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's see. So I'm starting. Oh, I should have cut out that thing first of all. There we go. We have some of that color coming out, radiating out. Our ATG gun is 372 grams. Yeah. I'm not sure if it depends on whether you've got a full roll in there or not. Nessa says she has arthritis, so maybe not. Yeah, they're definitely heavy, especially if you compare it to like one of the little ones. One of the little guys. Let's get my... Actually, I'm just going to use a dry cloth, which is going to take the ink off the plastic, but not reactivate or pick up any of the ink on the card. So can you see it's still in there? Now let's see what... I have some like glimmer paste and stuff like that. Let's see what I've got. Ooh, actually. Oh, I've not used this one and I really want to, and it's not even the right color. It's like a teal color. That's very pretty. Or what if we went for glacier paste? Ooh. Quite like the glacier paste, I think. We could maybe do like a two-tone effect, maybe? I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I do like experimenting. I think we'll need to go a bit darker in this green though. All right, and for the glacier paste, I don't even remember. I feel like we just rubbed it on. Did we rub it on? Snow, do you remember? Or did we put it on? Let's see if I can read it. Glam things up with Nuvagore's paste. Simply paste over a stencil. Scrape off the excess. Oh, I guess we just use a knife then. We might not even see any of the ink when this is done, but hey ho, I got carried away. Happens. So this is the Nuvo palette knife, and it's like silicone, so it bends quite nicely, but it's stiff enough that you can kind of go right the way over the top. I think that's the whole of the top panel. Let's see. Oh, the mousse is the one that you rub. Yes, you are right now. It's all coming back to me. It was nice too, though, wasn't it? I remember. Oopsies. Made a right mess of myself. So much mica in these, it's beautiful. You can see it glistening in all my rejects of my paper towels. Okay, so let me put this over to the side for now to dry, and I'll do clean up on aisle 3. Look at, can you see that shining? Oh, it's absolutely delicious. I did say to Craig whenever we move, because we're going to be renovating the attic or the loft to create my craft room, and on the other side of the house, the attic or the loft will be the master bedroom and an ensuite. And I said to Craig, do you think we could maybe run the pipes along so that I have a sink in my craft room? That would be very exciting for me. Well, now my Simply Radiant stencil is going to be sparkling from now until eternity, but you know, sometimes things like that just happen for a reason. Okay, let's put that back. So while that's drying, I think I'll move over to another card. Pop that up there and hope that I don't lose it. Let's see what I will be doing now. So I wanted to move over to the other something. Definitely need a sink in the craft room. Yells says, how is Piper settling back into school life? Oh, thank you for asking. She's doing well. She is, she seems to be enjoying it okay. It's kind of the normal, trying to get used to a new teacher, and the kids are kind of laid out differently so that she's sitting next to somebody that's different from before. And she actually doesn't mind that, because the little girl that she is really good friends with, that normally sat beside her, the little girl who we love is a massive chatterbox. And I think what happens is that per Piper sometimes feels like she's getting in trouble because she's being spoken to rather than getting in trouble for her talking, because I think mostly when Piper is talking back to the little girl, it is, be quiet, focus on your work, use the dictionary, don't ask me, you know, that kind of thing. So she seems to be enjoying it okay, but it's still, there's still been some conversations at home, and I think she will need a little bit longer to properly settle in, to be honest. All right. So I was thinking that I was going to make another card, which was like a slimline, I think. And I'm going to use I'm going to actually just trim this down to be a panel. So that is 8.5 by 3.5. Like so. And I'm also going to create some piece of card, which are 3.5 and a bit, and I'm going to use my Slopey Joes, my Stitch Slopey Joes, to create a border here. So I think I'll go for something like this. And I'm going to build a little bit of a scene, I guess. So hopefully you can see that. It's white on white, but hopefully you can kind of see it a little bit. So we have a slope here, and I'm going to have another slope kind of along here, maybe like that. Let's grab some card for that. Run that through the machine. And then I'm going to have another one that's pretty much a very gentle slope, almost a straight line actually. Let's see how it goes. Hey Candy! Jasmine's heading off to bed. Night, sweetie. Candy says, happy crafting, just popped in to say hi. I have to work the football game tonight. Oh. All right, so I'm just going to take the top of this guy And it's a very subtle curve. Who's playing football tonight, Candy? Night Snow, sorry I had to dash earlier. It was one visitor after another with postman and Amy and everything. Chat to you soon. Bye-bye, Snow. Okay. So I've got a couple of different panels here which are going to be kind of snowy panels. And what I wanted to do, the reason that I wanted this one kind of flat was to add these trees behind it, which I think would look kind of cool. You know, my trees. Now, is there a die for those trees is the question. There's no die for those trees, and that is fine. I just needed to know. So I'm thinking about some trees here. And then I was thinking about maybe using some of the candy ones here. So here's my thought. It's a little bit out there, but bear with me because it might be fun. If you know you have, let me guess what it was. There we go. I feel like it was in Willy Wonka that there was like trees and things growing, but they were like candy. Was that Willy Wonka, or am I imagining things? Was it Willy Wonka that had like trees, candy kind of trees? Ooh, hello. Let me take that on mute. Sarah Louise says, I think so. So that's what I was kind of trying to go for. I was trying to think of, well, maybe let's see if we could turn these guys, these little pepperminties, kind of into trees. It's gonna look a bit weird. I mean, it's gonna sound a bit weird until I've actually done it. So bear with me. Let's see. See if we can make it work. I need to get my head down here. Okay. I'm done. Now, they don't really sell these candies over here. So my question is, can you get a red outside and a green inside? Is that a thing? I'm guessing you can, or else it wouldn't be much point having two stamps. Wreck-It Ralph had candy trees. Yes. Oopsies. Yes, it did. Vanellope. All right, so I've stamped a couple of those guys. And then there is a proper candy cane, which will stamp a couple of these as well. I don't think I'll need anywhere near the amount that I've got. But I'd rather have too many than too little. Okay. You okay, buddy? So I'm actually also going to add a sentiment to this. The one that says the wrapped with love one, which I think is really cute. Wishing you a holiday, sorry, full of delight, that one, not the wrapped with fun one. And we'll go for cranberry fizz. Catherine's new inks really are perfect Christmas colors. Totally agree, Sarah Louise, totally agree. And they have that kind of depth to them. They just feel warm and Christmassy. Okay, I'm going to leave that a little second to dry off. So seeing as I'll soon be creating my craft room, I have a question for you guys. What do you have in your craft room that you really love? Or what do you don't have in your craft room that you really wish you had? So if I am designing my craft room, the kind of things that I should consider doing or having. I thought it would be cute, says Pamela. Rolling peppermint, rolling down the slopes. Oh yeah, that would be cute. You could do like the slider die to make it move. That would be really fun. I know, right? So the thing is, Ian, that I actually don't make Christmas cards. I don't send people handmade Christmas cards. I'll send them store-bought Christmas cards. And there's like a few people that normally get a card, like my mother-in-law, etc. And they get a card because I've made it on a stream. They don't get a card for any other reason, if that makes sense. I was just explaining that Catherine sent me her new ink, the two new colors, Cranberry Fizz and Deck the Halls, which is this red and green. And she also sent over some Christmas stamps, and I actually was inspired to create with them, which is very out of character for me in Christmas cards. Ian says, neither do I. I send almost everyone's store-bought cards. Yeah, exactly. There's just too many. Like, I do not get a kick out of mass producing cards, and if I were to do a handmade card for everyone, it would just be too much. They do look like poker chips. I think so too. We could like stamp like numbers in the middle. Is that what, wait, what's in the middle of a poker chip? Is there like a star or something? Maybe we could do a star or something in the middle and make it into a poker chip. Ian says, all of my cards are almost always one-off. Snap. The only exception was our wedding invitations, 14 years ago? And they nearly killed me. Oh, I almost didn't bother getting married because I was so fed up doing it. I'm joking, of course. But yeah, I am not a fan of the mass production of things. The first year we had Heffy Doodle, I did make some handmade cards for our retail partners and sent it to them. But then the next year I had intentions to do that, and it just didn't work because we had grown. We had basically more retail partners that the thought of it just made me want to barf. I don't know. Is it bright? Is it a bright day in your studio today? You still have your sunglasses on. It was really warm today, and the reason I have my sunglasses on is because I don't have a hair bubble, and otherwise it falls down. So I thought I'll just leave them on. It'll be my makeshift hairband. I should have brought out a hair bubble with me, but hello. They are fringe holder-uppers. They are right now, yes. All right. But it was really warm today. Like disgustingly so. I wanted to have a word with, you know, the weather gods and be like, dude, where's my autumnal scene and my cold sweater weather? Not cool. Actually, not cool. Warm. All right, let's see if our little scene is starting to come together. Your hair is getting so long. I know. I really need to go get it shaved again. So at the back where I have it shaved, it doesn't even look like it's shaved anymore. It's like super shaggy and long. I need to go back and get it done. My hair grows too fast. Far too fast. All right. So we're going to do some trees up here, and then I'm probably actually... maybe I was kind of thinking of doing it this way without the hoop, without the arc, whatever it's called. But these look kind of cute too, actually. You do little ones as well as big ones, maybe. Let's see. So I'm going to stamp my trees kind of about here. Let's get my Misty on the go. Mr. Misty, come over here. So here is my, oops, magnet overboard. I'm just going to bend it down a little bit at the side because we have that little arky. That would make it the North Pole sign. Yeah, that works. Don't you think? Oh, that moved, sadly. All right, so my trees there. I'm going to take this end tree and attempt to, there we go. Kind of a gap in the tree. A gap in my trees. Good. All right. And then I'm thinking that I'm actually going to add some color up here, and I'm thinking I'm going to go for like a dark blue color perhaps. Let's see. We could go for Juniper Mist, which is almost, which is a really nice navy. And I wonder if I could make this blend. I think that's probably quite far apart, but it might be fun to try. Now, I am going to be covering this up with my card, so I'm actually not caring whether it is perfectly blended or if I get ink down there. I'm not too worried about that. All right, that's my Juniper Mist. And I might actually bring in my cloudy skies here. Bring in some of that lighter kind of colors. Oops, wrong one. I think we need another one down here. With my juniper mist, probably. There we go. All right. Let's see. Sarah Louise says, different casinos have different designs in the center. I like the ideas of numbers in the middle and the slider with the rolling candy. Looks really cool. That mist color is great. It really is. It's a beautiful color. Love that for a winter or cold effect. It really does look like a brisk winter morning. Let's see. Get all my mess picked up. So we wanted to add this along here. So my trees are in the background. And I might actually take the like a marker and extend the trunks down on these taller trees. Just so that they're all along the tree line. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. And then we have some other layers here. Now, I like the idea of adding in some of these little like sparkles and things. Just for fun. And there's a really big snowflake. I think that's going to be too big up there. And we do have some other bigger kind of stars. And I think they look really cool. So I'm just gonna go for it. And there's also a dot. And we're gonna add some dots around as well for added fun. There we go. Brina says, by the way, I finally have the Stitch Slopey Joe border dies on their way. It took me about a year and multiple attempts at buying duplicates of the grassy lass. Oh no. I hate it whenever you end up with duplicates. It's the worst thing. All right, so we've got wishing you a holiday full of delight. And then we have some candy canes. And we have these little guys. So we'll figure that out in a minute. But I was thinking maybe we can either add some more of our little penguins, or even from Santa's Village. Oh, I cannot put that on. Our Santa's Village stamp set has like a little elf and a Santa, and that might be super cute. Rian says, I'm a bit late to the party, and you may have already said, but would you recommend Caterpillars? I definitely would. I have all the colours. I absolutely would. I still would recommend Distress Inks as well. Distress Inks, I have all the colours, and Catherine Puller, I have all the colours, and those are the only two ink sets where I have every single colour because I love them so much. So yeah, definitely. And we actually just got them back in stock. The little ones. So I have the big ones, but we stock the little ones in over at Heffy Doodle because basically people were asking for the little ones more so, and the bigger ones you have to buy in higher quantities and things. So the little ones are more cost effective, I think. Oh my gosh, Sweet Shop, that is just begging to be made, or to be stamped even. And maybe a couple of little trees. And there's our North Pole, look. That actually fits on there. We could have a little North Pole poker chip. That's so cute. Should we do it? And I do think we need a Santa and an elf. So let's give these a go with my memento. So what's everybody working on today? Anyone else on Christmas card duty? Any big plans for the weekend? And my little trees. I think we're gonna need a couple more of these guys. Rena is still working on cards swapped with some local friends. Yell's doing a walk in the countryside after working in retail. Definitely working in retail requires a little relaxation. It's so funny because when I was at uni, I worked in retail, and I was like, I really like working in retail. And then whenever I stopped working in retail, I was like, way, I am never going back to retail. Absolutely not going back to retail. And then I opened a shop for myself. What you gonna do? Hey ho. Alright, so we've got a couple of trees here. I'm using my tri-blends. And this one is called Alpine Green Blend, and I've been absolutely influenced by the name on the tin, as it were. Suzanne says, gorgeous background. Thank you, dear. A little ink brush blending with some juniper mist and all that jazz. Squeak, 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 squeak. Nessa says, wish I had one. Oh, a sink or running water. Wish I had one, although the bathroom is near the spare room and that is now the craft room. Oh, that's good. Because for me, my current craft room is a converted garage. So I have to walk out the back of my craft room, across the decking, into the house, which goes into the living room, out of the living room into the dining room, into the hall, and then into the kitchen. So it pretty much couldn't be further away. Okay, so we're getting there with these trees. And then we'll do Mr. Santa. Dark red blend. For these little stamps, this is where I'm glad of the bullet tip. In particular when I'm on a live stream, because if I wasn't on a live stream, then I could probably take more time and get my nose reeled down close. And that dark colour is actually quite similar. That darkest in this dark red blend is actually quite similar to this cranberry colour, which is nice. Nessa said, I made both my girls' wedding invitations. Hated doing huge numbers of the same design. I'm with you there. Absolutely, I'm with you there. I was not a fan either. All right, Mr. St. Nick. He's looking cute. Marcy says, I make a few of the same cards at Christmas and then I have like 4 or 5 designs that I'll send out to people. That way it's not a single card and I'm making a whole bunch off. That's a good, like, happy medium, I think. Definitely a really good happy medium. Because certainly if you have something like a Misty, then the repeat stamping is what's easy peasy, isn't it? It makes it really easy. Making 2 is almost the same amount of work as making 1. I like how you coloured your trees. I like to leave a bit of white on the edges like that. So yes, that's a really lovely idea. I do enjoy that too. Whoopsies. Let's get this guy all coloured in. I'm probably not going to do much shading on him. It's getting a bit hot in my room again. I thought we were over all this warm weather scenario. Absolutely unacceptable. And we'll give him some brown hair. And then we've got our sweet shop. And I think I'll bring in some of that yellow for our sweetie shop. And then either do red or green accents. Maybe we'll do both, I'm not sure. Let's go for our Alpine. I always want to leave a little white on the edge when I'm colouring with markers, and then I end up colouring it in anyways. That's pretty much how things happen with me. Yeah, I am familiar. I am very familiar with that. And you get a little carried away. It happens. You can always go back in with a white gel pen. That's my thoughts anyway. Alright, let's get these stripies down here. And a red door. Awesome. I'm going to just bring in a little bit of sort of grey to the edges of our windows and doors, just so they're not so stark white. And we're good to die cut. And then we'll have to see how it all comes together. Pamela says she does the same. Woo! Throwing it around the place. Yells is off to bed. Night night, dear. And I can't forget the card that I did my Nouveau paste on. Try not to forget that one. So there is my elf. And I've got a candy cane. Let's see if I can do my North Pole now. And Santa and some trees. Which will hopefully finish off all the little stamping for this card. I feel like I've just put my die in the bin. Did I just put the die in the bin? What did I just do with that die? Oh, it's here, silly me. Oh dear. Sometimes I do think I'm a silly sausage. Hey ho. All right, so that's us with 3 little trees. And I'll quickly cut out these big yins. And we can start our assembling. I like how you could do stained glass windows on the shop. Yes, that's a brilliant idea. And it's actually great if you're using like Chibitronics or the Easy Lights with it, especially because this one has got 3 windows. And the Easy Lights that we stock in the shop have got 3 LEDs. So it's perfect for that. All right, let's see what we can do here. So we could do this guy down here. I feel like a red North Pole or a green North Pole is the question. What do you guys think, red or green? And maybe the sweet shop needs to go up top. And then maybe I'm going to cut one of these and glue this on. Ooh, that just kind of turned, and that would be actually really cool if we had if it could spin. I think that'd be really cool if one of these could spin. I feel like the red or the green. I feel like we're gonna go for red. Marcy and Ashley likes the red. Okay, cool. It's a deal. So we could have, where would we put this? We could put it up here, so it's in the distance. Maybe some little trees around about. Maybe trees along here. You could put a tiny brad in the middle and that would make it spin. Yeah, I think that would be really, really cool. So let me create some more of these pinwheel trees, for want of a better word. think that's too big. This one's growing at an angle. Kind of like this. And let's see if any of the other little stamps would work for this. Ooh. So this, is this like a, I can't tell what this is. Is this supposed to be like a gumdrop kind of thing? Let me see. It could well be that it's an American style candy, so I'm never gonna guess what it is. What is this, guys? I think it's like a gumdroppy type thing. And then we do have a long candy like this. Which is cute. It is a sugar plum from the Christmas tree song. What is a sugar plum? Is it an actual sugared plum? Does that mean it needs to be like a plum color? What color does it need to be to make sense? What's a sugar plum? Does it need to be a purpley color? Would the cranberry fizz work? I don't know what a sugar plum is, apart from the sugar plum fairy, but let's see. Let's cut these out. And see what we can do. Marcy says it's terrible. I've been singing Christmas songs with sugar plum in it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is either. I mean, like the sugar plum fairy, I thought it was just one of those like made up things. I didn't think sugar plum was a real thing. Pamela says, I like the red and green combo for the North Pole. Maybe Santa can hold a big sweetie. Maybe he can stand on a sweetie platform. That could work. Don't know what a sugar plum is. but maybe we'll still add it to the card for fun. Pretend it is a gumdrop, a jelly drop. Marcy says, I googled it. I think the stamp is a gumdrop based on the pictures I see. A sugar plum can be a piece of a dragée or a hard candy made of hardened sugar. All right. There you go. You know what I love? Marron glacé. Have you guys ever had marron glacé? So good. Nom, 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 nom. So good. All right, let's see. I think we'll put this here. And we'll put this one down here, maybe. And we'll start sticking in. Sugar plum definition, thank you. A small round candy of flavored boiled sugar. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, zoom, zoom. So nothing to do with a plum. I'm going to take a pen and just darken up the areas in here. Just for a bit of definition. Mr. Santa's going to stand up on that, I think. My sugar plum is going to go there. And this is going to be raised up. And I'm just going to use some offcuts for this because I don't want to use my thicker foam because we're going to have a couple of layers here. Oh, Brina says, curious, what's everyone's favorite candy? What is maple sugar candies? Ooh, that sounds delicious. Maple sugar candies. I was right, maple sugar candies. I have never heard of these things, but they do sure sound delicious. What is my favorite candy? I don't really know, to be honest. I do like chocolates. I like chocolates a lot. I can't decide whether I'm going to raise this up or whether I'm going to leave it flat. I think I'll do it flat because it might just be too raised up. There's actually in Northern Ireland, where I grew up, there is candy which are called, I actually have some, hold on, I'll show you. Okay. They're called cinnamon lozenges, and I wish you could smell them. They're absolutely delicious. And they're probably like not good for you in any way. But I think part of the reason that I like them is that they definitely have that nostalgic feel. Reminds me of home. Reminds me of car journeys. You know? Especially at Christmas, going up to see my Uncle Jimmy. And they taste a little cinnamony and a little like clove. They're delicious. All right. I will try pretty much most candy in America. So red vines, I'd eat them, but I'm not in love with them. They feel a bit plasticky to me, to be honest. And what else? I don't know. Hi, Ellie. Ellie's watching on Facebook. Brina says crystallized maple sugar candies pressed into shapes with crystallized maple syrup. It smells. It sounds absolutely my kind of thing. I think I'd be definitely into that. Loving this. So one more thing, I think I want some of the gifts down here. So there's a stamp set here with a row of gifts, a bit like the trees. And I'm probably only gonna have three gifts. So I'll just stamp this partially. I'll do the trick. And I think this one actually has I think that one actually has a die. So let's take a look. I'm just going to put this away first of all before I lose things. What about anyone else? You want to share your favorite candy with us? Favorite sweeties? I think I'm more of a chocolate person than candy. But if I lived in America, I'd probably be more of a candy person because the chocolate that you guys have is just an abomination. Sorry. Sorry, but it's true. Managed to lose my legs. Oh, maybe there's not one for this. That's all right. we can cut it out easily. I'll put that down here. Right, loads left. Oh, this didn't stick down. Silly me. Might actually put a little bit of foam underneath these circles so that they, at least this top one, so there's a little bit of dimension, adds a bit of fun. Ashley says, I like fuzzy peaches. Is that a candy? Because I think that sounds awesome, but I don't know what that is. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, too late, I've already committed. Oh well. I keep forgetting that they're reactive with water, those inks. Maybe I will stick another one on top, like so, because I think that's going to annoy me now. It's going to be the bigger poker chip one, but that's fine by me. Ta-da! They're soft and chewy. Oh, okay. Soft and chewy. Okay, so that's 2 cards done so far. We've got All I Want for Christmas and Wishing You a Holiday Full of Delight. And I'm going to go back to this card now. Hopefully it is dry. I've managed to create an absolute full trash can already. Just cut away those overhanging bits. No, this might not work, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to use the die that coordinates with the Joy to the World. We'll have to look pretty close to still see the stamped image there. Okay, so line it up like so, and this is going to need to be a Gemini situation. Pamela says, my favorite candy. My friend brings me homemade fudge. I do like fudge. Absolutely love fudge. But not chocolate fudge. So I love chocolate, but I actually really don't like chocolate tasting things. I'm probably gonna use stamp that again, to be honest. Stick that down. So this is going to go on top of this, and because we stamped it in the Misty, it lines up perfectly. And I'm going to actually put some acetate on this, I think. If I can find some. Put some acetate on this. And this is going to become a shaker card, I think. I think. So let me grab that stamp again. Did I put it back? I did. And I'm going to stamp it one more time in black, I think. Or at least the top. Like so. All right, buddy. Have you got it your ear? Let me get that for you, buddy. Part of being a mum, a dog mum. Sometimes you just have to scratch those ears. Okay, so I'm going to use the top of my die to die cut this, so I get it just perfectly. Pamela says, I agree about the chocolate not up to par compared to the candy. Yeah, in Europe. Very true. I think it all comes down with the actual like milk being used, and that milk wasn't used in America or something. I don't really know. Okay, so I'm going to continue the cut line to cut out this little, whatever it's called, the little like silver holder bit or gold holder bit at the top. Like so. And that's going to go right in at the top. I'm going to use a little bit of double-sided sticky tape on it, which will hold up better than glue on my acetate. Or better than wet glue anyway. And before I stick that down, I'm going to colour it in with the Jelly Roll clear marker, or pen should I say. And it actually looks really silvery. I'm going to colour that in. Give it a nice sheen. Give that a minute to dry. And I'm going to punch a little hole in it so I can add some twine. I think would be cute. So I'm going to punch a hole just there. Put it on my foam. Punch a little hole. And hopefully that's big enough for my twine to go through. Okay, so I'm going to tie a knot just above the taggy bit. Like so, and then we'll stick that into this little nook here, like so. And my acetate has sneakily climbed over the top of my card, so let me cut that down. And I'm going to bring that around the back of my card and tape that in place. Like so. And on this side, I'm going to add a little bow. I'm going to turn it upside down because for some reason my bows sit nicer when I do them upside down. I could be imagining things, but that's what it feels like to me anyway. I have lots of shine happening here. And this is going to go right on here, but we're going to first of all add some foam tape to this. So what do you think, guys? Do you think we should make this into a shaker card? We could use some of the sequins from Catherine Pooler, or we could add some other bits. I think these sequins, not sure they're what the colors that I want. Let's see. Oh, they do look kind of cute. The card, so I'm going to take some foam tape and I'm going to pull back the release like so, and then I'm going to make it's going to be easier to bend, and I can bend it right the way around my circular reservoir. Like so. So we'll peel back the release. And I'm going to go and grab my Misty, which is what I like to use when I am lining up shaker cards. So I take out the foam first of all like this, and then put this side in here, neat in the little corner. I'm going to put it this way so the bow's at the bottom, because it bows up a little bit. And then I'm going to add some of these shaker bits in here. I'm going to take out that pink because I don't think I want pink in there. But I like the greens and the yellows and the blues. And I don't think I want too many because I want to be able to still read the joy to the world sentiment. But I like the sound of things when it shakes. So I'm going to add some white or clear seed beads, I think. Nessa says fudge is my weakness. Nummy, nummy. Ooh, I've actually found some little snowflakes. How cute are they? Let's add them to here. That would be adorable. These are more like diamonds, but they'll do. That's probably enough, to be honest. And then I can push this down into the bottom corner and the bottom edge and flatten it down. And give it a good mush down to secure it. And then to finish it off, I'm going to take a skinny metric frame. If I can find, not metric, sorry, skinny imperial frame, and cut out a frame from craft cardstock, which will tie in that jute, tie in the jute twine. Oh, what have I done? So I think we'll stick that down like this. So let's add some PVA glue along the edge of our card. So let's smoosh this down, and that'll help keep the twine down as well. Let's see. So I'm contemplating adding a red button here, like a real button. What do you guys think? Might be too much. If we put a real button there, would that be too much, or do you think it would be cute? I think the little one looked better. And maybe a clear jewel on top, maybe. Oops. What do you think? I'm going to use a glue dot to stick this little guy down, I think, because I think a glue dot will stick better. To the twine. I'm just going to stick that on there. And add it down there like this. There we go. I think that is another card done. And I think that's probably my crafty session for tonight done also. Let me gather everything together. Ranger's already yawning at me, telling me it's time for bed. He's so funny because normally, like, I don't know, between 11 and 12 I'll go up to bed. Craig's still doing whatever. And Ranger will definitely, like, he'll be sleeping, sound asleep, and then he'll just get up and like stand in the middle of the room and look at me and go like, oh. And that is most definitely his way of telling me that it is time to go to bed. And I'm hearing those noises just now. I am hearing those noises for sure. All right, 3 cards, a mix of Heffy Doodle and Catherine Pooler with our new ink colors. And I think, yeah, I had lots of fun. There's Ranger needing out now. So I will say a very quick goodbye to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. This is such a beautiful sort of a foil effect sheen on it. It's really pretty. Right, have a great weekend, and I shall see you all next week. Bye everybody, bye.